fact is, Jimmi Gathu is a creation of society. Fact. And society dictated that I had to be a certain type of person. If I was in marriage, I had to be a certain husband, a certain father. If I had kids, I had to be, all those things.
You're not allowed to make mistakes.
I'm not allowed to, hey, star, well done. I'm not allowed to make mistakes. And I was sent to Germany for training.
First time out of the country.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you, day 200 to come back to Kenya. Miss I was going here for.
You went in deck during winter.
Yeah, so that's how it happened. So people like Lona, I was allowed.
Let's talk about Lona. So what does it now mean when you have a co-host for Club Kiboko? Now you've been told you're doing well. Raibina even used to sponsor.
Yes.
I remember Raibina.
So here's the thing. Yes. So when my producer called Chris Haber went back to Canada, Raibina pulled out. They're like, dude, man, you're not going to carry this. You're not as good as your producer, Chris Haber. And Mzungu was the ish. And I'm like, no, but this Mzungu trained me. Yeah, but no. They pulled out.
No way.
Because Chris Haber, the Mzungu, who trained me how to produce a show, left.
Guy.
Fanta. And namely, and I'll say her name, is Peggy. Peggy Mwai. Is it Peggy Mwai or her sister? Was the brand manager for Fanta then. Stuck with me. I stand on shoulders of great men and women. Peggy! Because her sister is Ivy. Peggy Mwai was in charge of Fanta. And when she renewed, she's like, dude, hey, so you can swim, bro. Me, you're speaking to my audience. Me, I'm not leaving you. But Raibina pulled out.
Dude. Until the industry that time was white.
Yes, advertising agency. Yeah, bruh. I pulled out.
So now
came back because we did a show with Fanta, and I'll tell you that show. Actually, if you remember, Fanta came back when Lona came back. We did a show on Club Kiboko.
When Lona came back or Lona came?
No, when Lona came.
Yes, okay.
We did a show with Lona, end of the year show on Club Kiboko. It was so huge. It had Fanta all over the place. Raibina had no choice but to come back.
Yeah. I remember you used to do things at Splash.
That show. When she threw me in the water. Yeah. That's the show that brought Raibina back. It was so. If social media as is now was there then, that show would have trended for
days.
Yeah.
You see, even I remember
it was in the papers. There were even guys asking, how can Lona throw our guy in the pool? But it was large. Raibina had no choice but to come back. Peggy didn't leave me.
Women lie, men lie, but numbers don't. And you had the numbers. Hey, bro, this is. Tell me about Lona. What was it now? Like,
oh my God.
This is your first time that you're co-hosting with.
So Lona, let me tell you. Lona did many things in my life for me. One, she gave Club Kiboko a different perspective. First of all, she was good looking. She was very witty. Lona would say things I'm like, oh God, and she was a fantastic researcher, script writer, and just creative.
So your show was off the cuff?
Yeah.
It wasn't a scripted writing.
No. So she'd be like, okay, so we're doing this, we're going here, and would research, would read about what we're going to do. Our biggest show, and it kills me. I can't find that footage. We did our last, I'll tell you about our last Club Kiboko. And so we would rehearse. Remember, we had a theater background, so we did script it per se, but we were like
the flow.
So we're like, so let's just make it our language, so long as we know what the parameters are. So we script it, then we internalize it, and then we say it. Okay, and she was very good at that. Another thing that Lona did is she's the one who got me out of my cocoon. out of my fear of socializing. So she's the one who did that. Like, we're going to have lunch. Yeah, I'll just order. No, we're not ordering. We're going to have lunch. I'm like, I'm not going. We are going to have lunch. And don't order for me because I won't eat it. And Lona introduced me to my wife.
Jimmy, you're the biggest...
Yeah.
One of the biggest celebrities in the country. For 4 years, you've not been with people.
No.
You're just hiding.
Yeah. I don't want people to remind me of what I've run away from, seeking validation from people who are supposed to appreciate that.
Yeah.
So any negative thing, I hide. Any negative thing, that is I hide. Ivo, she's the one who said we're gonna chomoka from here, and we're going to go to a restaurant and eat.
And
then
God,
we're not going to go to those clubs you go to on Fridays and Saturdays only. You go where we can't find you. We're going to go to Kani,
where the people are.
Not to do Jobo. We're going to Dunda. I'm like, guy, now this mama, what is she doing? Lona did that. I don't know many people know that. Very few people know that. But the truth is, she's the one who got me out.
I remember you had a white motor that was tinted.
Yeah.
Am I right? There's a white, it was tinted. One of your first cars.
That was tinted, yeah.
So let me ask you, what does it now begin to do to... Because, Jimmy, we loved you. And I say we
didn't know that. Remember? So all this...
Your
and
trauma,
even... And even when Coke came in and made me tons of money as a young guy, again, there was both positives and negatives. Okay, so in life, you'll never please everyone. I got to understand that later. But for me, that was, again, one of the things that I get out. I wanted to please everyone. Can never do that. I discovered that in life.
And that also includes family.
Yes. Oh, geez.
In fact, that's the pain one.
This guy is good. Yes, painful. Yes, exactly. So, and so that's how it was. So even when I had all these successes and so on and so forth, I was still, anything negative, I cower away. I don't want to be there. And the funny thing, that's also how my contract with Coca-Cola ended. It was a 3-year contract, ended in two and a half, maybe 3 months shy away from the end of the contract.
Why?
Because somebody said something negative about it, about me, to Mdosi in Coca-Cola, who all the Mdosi in Coca-Cola wanted to do was to ask me what happened. And I freaked out and I didn't go for that session. And they thought, it is true. And I lost it. Evil. Yeah.
Oh, dude. You are hiding. Oh, man, Jimmy, you didn't know this. On one end, you are at the height of career success so fast.
Yes.
Loving what you're doing.
Yes.
But on the other end,
I'm a scared child.
Man, that is so...
It's, now you can imagine, I've been in this industry for 30 years plus. And every cycle, that has been it. So even when I graduated from a young single man to marriage, I was still the same person. So everything moved very fast. I had no mentors to tell me this is how you are supposed to be as a father or whatever. I never had those mentors. And remember, the only female
authority
that I know or person that I've experienced is my mom. Then I get into marriage. So, huyu akikasirika, what do? I go back to my mom. And don't forget, I'm still Jimmi Gathu. I'm still growing. I'm still that guy.
Yes.
My brand is still growing. And then now there's family, there's wife, there's Toi. Everything. Literally, let me say from 96, where I got the co-contract, until 2016, my life was a fast lane. I had no clue.
20 years.
Yeah, for 20 years, I just rolled. I didn't know. Society determined that this is who Jimmi Gathu is. So, fact is, Jimmi Gathu is a creation of society. Fact. And society dictated that I had to be a certain type of person. If I was in marriage, I had to be a certain husband, a certain father. If I had kids, I had to be, all those things.
You're not allowed to make mistakes.
I'm not allowed to, hey, star, well done. I'm not allowed to make mistakes. And if I do make a mistake, oh my goodness, beaten to a pulp. It didn't happen to me. But even within the confines of close relatives and friends, that's what used to happen. So if my close relatives were in a situation and I didn't come through for them, that was a beating. Emotionally.
Wow.
If I didn't deliver, even, and I dare say it, even to my mom, her reaction was a beating.
Wow.
It's a fact. I'm not embarrassed to say it. It's the truth. I'll say it again. I love my mom dearly, to bits. But that's a fact. And that's how I grew up. My wife, when she realized, so all I need to do is do this, and okay. People will take advantage of you. Even people who love the will. And so escalation, things just go haywire. And remember, so because like a drama, alafu society ijui hiyo, ala kumbe Jimmy ni husband mbaya. Until it all 20 years later blew in front of my face. And I lost, and reality check.
Man, but that is okay.
But in between, a lot of good things happen.
let me tell you how much I feel that this season is the first time I've come on camera. So if you watch,
oh yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
If you watch other CTAs,
I have. You do not appear.
I don't appear.
What? Wow.
Because of trauma of being a star. As a star, one negative thing happened, and I was plastered all over the newspapers. Jesus. And I was like, I love fame and the impact that I can do with it. But my gifting is okay now. Even as I've come on camera, comments have been, but luckily my skin is toughened enough.
Yes.
The only two people I care about with all my heart are my kids. So I'm like,
how many kids do you have?
Just two.
Oh,
two girls. And I'm like, I'm going to create as much content as I am, that if anything ever happens to me and I leave this earth, they can switch on CTA and they see me. That's the driving factor. So no matter what anybody says, it bounces now.
Well done.
Because I'm just like, my
How
kids.
old are you? Sorry for mass.
I'm 41. 81. Yeah. When you put 40, now age is like I'm over 40.
Let me tell you. Thank God you figured that out now. I figured that out when I was 48. It's rather late.
But
but it's good. No, it's good. But
you figured it out.
Yeah.
There are people who are
not
figured it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Man, this is such a powerful CTA.
Yeah.
Jimmy, we're seeing this version of you here. You're growing up in the limelight.
Yeah.
And you have to be perfect.
Yes.
You have to be the superstar that we've known you to be.
Yes.
You have to always be Kiboko.
Yes. Society even chose a wife for me. So for years they criticized the one I married. How dare he marry a single mother who's older than her? She's not. So again, I still, okay, so.
That is a lot.
Yeah. Oh my God. Married a single woman. Why didn't she even marry Lona? She was single, evil. It was crazy.
My God.
Yeah. My friends, men who were all over, So, like my father, I was a very present dad.
Yes.
And part of my joy was to
raise.
My kids are it.
Yeah.
And my friends used to laugh at me when I used to change diapers, literally. And they'll tell me, you're being sat on. Not people I didn't know, my friends. Now when I look at them, now is when they're having the experience with the changing diapers.
Yo, man.
Yeah. I remember my kids when they were born, when they were young, when they were teething, how they smelled. I remember, and the first words that came out of the mouth was to me. Benefits. Like right now, you can say anything about me to my children. Anything negative. They'll be like, yeah, well, okay. Yeah. Anyone can try and say negative things about me to my kids. They'll look at you like,
bounce off. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because I was there.
Nice. Oh, that is powerful.
because I was there. I made a decision. Am I going to be Jimmi Gathu, the public figure, the celebrity? Or am I going to be Jimmi Gathu, husband first, father, then celebrity? And I chose the latter. I'm going to be Jimmi Gathu, the husband, the father, and celebrity next is going to go put bake on the table. It's going to send these kids to school.
Yes.
It's going to pay for my mortgage, that one. So my career became my work, not my thing. The detriment was, at some point, the brand Jimmi Gathu stagnated because I wasn't all over bad press, because I couldn't be in bad press. I had kids who I had to create, give an impression. The positives is my family is the most difficult thing you can break, if at all. Extremely difficult to break.
Hey, bro. Extremely difficult to break. Bring in my daughter.
Yeah, and also the thing is,
and it's what matters the most.
Consistency. What a guy is buying now, anything that's been consistent, trusted. Yeah, this thing has been going on for I think this thing has and the rebirth of brand Jimmi Gathu. It's not rebirth. It's just that, this guy has been there.
Dude, you
consistency.
You understand so much about the industry that you don't even know, because it's just part of who you are. And also, you are the one building it. Yeah. In fact, let me ask this question to show you how much you are building it. What are the first Kenyan songs you played on? Wow. Can you remember now? And did you make a conscious decision?
I don't know if guys know that Ogopa DJs first started off as video producers.